Let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals first. Number one overall pick. Kyler Murray wasn't much of a surprise. I know there's a little talk that could have gone with Quinnen Williams, but Kyler Murray's their pick. I mean, I like Josh Rosen better, but I completely understand with what they want to do with Kyler Murray. You're going all in on Cliff Kingsbury as your head coach, so you might as well go and get the quarterback that's going to best fit his scheme. And I think that's Kyler Murray. It's not a lot to hate there. Their second round pick, Byron Murphy, the cornerback out of Washington, definitely like this pick. Murphy's was my top rated cornerback. Guy that if he was 6'1", 6'2", I think he would be a top 10 overall pick. Instead, he's a he's shade under 6 foot. And so there's talk maybe he'd have to move into the slot, maybe play outside. I think he's got a tremendous player, tremendous ball skills, quick, can go in and out of breaks, stick with receivers. I think this is a value pick in the second round. Love it. They need help opposite of Patrick Peterson. I think he can play inside or out. So love this pick. Second round, they took Andy Isabella. It was a little rich for me. I liked Isabella more than some other teams. Other people did. I know he's got small hands. He tends to body catch it at times. But I think if you move him around and utilize him in a variety of different ways, I think he can be a weapon for them. He's going to be a slot guy. Cliff Kingsbury's had a lot of experience with guys like him. I think he's a good fit. Zach Allen in the third round. They're going to run a 3-4 defense. I thought a 5 technique was his best position, just because he's good at taking on blocks. He's a good run defender, and then you don't have to rely on him as being an edge pass rushing presence. So definitely a good pick there. Fourth round, Hakeem Butler, another guy that I think is going to fit very well. I thought at times they could have taken DK Metcalf, and he would have been a good fit. Butler plays in a similar scheme. I think they're going to line him up probably in the left outside receiver spot and just use him as a downfield weapon. And as long as you're not asking him to go in and out of breaks and run all these dynamic routes, I think he's going to have a lot of success. Probably one of my favorite picks. In the fifth round, they took Deonte Thompson. Thompson was my top-rated safety. I still had a first-round grade on him, and I know that's a lot higher than what other people put, and it's crazy to say, hey, I had a guy with a first-round grade who went in the fifth round, but he, if you put him back at free safety, let him play deep, he's going to excel. Elite ball skills, elite range. He's just not as good of a run defender, and he had some kind of mishaps at the end of the season. I think he's a guy that's going to definitely outplay his draft slot. A couple guys, Keyshawn Johnson from Fresno State. I think he adds another potential receiver option for them. They wanted to kind of remake this receiving core that wasn't very good. There's a lot of people that could have saw him go higher. Lamont Galliard from Georgia, center, another guy. They need to revamp this offensive line. I would have wanted them to maybe go a little bit sooner, but he's a guy that's going to compete at the inside. Joshua Mills from Morgan State's another offensive tackle. Hopefully they can get a diamond in the rough, but with a 7th round pick, that's not very likely. Michael Dogby from Temple. He's a guy that I thought could have gone higher, an athletic. He's a hybrid defensive tackle, defensive end. So I think, you put him on a defensive end in the 3-4. I think he can give you some pass rushing help. And then their final pick was Caleb Wilson, a tight end. I had him as a top 100 pick, and I think I probably was higher on him than I should have been. I didn't watch as much tape on him as other guys, so I think that kind of played into it. But he's a guy that could be a receiving threat. Cliff Kingsbury's had some success with tight ends in his offense. Being a 7th round pick, he's got a lot going against him trying to make this team, but it wouldn't shock me if he was able to kind of make an impact.